ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Introduction to Naishkarmya Siddhi. We are on page number 3. सर्वस्यापि द्वैत प्रपंचस्य स्वतः सिद्धत्वात् स्वयं प्रभत्वात् अद्वितीयो द्वितीय शून्यो योयम आत्मा. Up to this we had seen. So the ajnana is the moola karanam for sarva dukkham. That is being shown starting from deha upadanam as dharma dharma, etc. And then we have come up to the last one now. Avicharita siddha dvaita vastu nimittatvat dvaita nimittatvat dvaitasya cha shuktika rajatadivat सर्वस्यापि स्वतः सिद्ध अद्वितीय आत्म अनवबोध मात्र उपादानत्वात् अव्यावृत्तिः. This was said in the moolam. Advitiya Atma Anavabodha. The ignorance Anavabodha means Ajnanam of Advitiya Atma that is being presented here. Sarvasyapi Dvaita Prapanchasya Swatah Siddhatvat Swayam Prabhatvat Advitiya. I was explaining this sentence. Dvaita Prapancha is not Swatah Siddha. In Tika, you have to see line number 10. Dvaita Prapancha is not Swatah Siddha. Atma is Swatah Siddha. Dvaita Prapancha is arising out of Anavabodha. Kasya Anavabodha? Atmanaha. Some of you, if you are not able to unmute, then you check. You should be able to unmute and answer the questions. If you know the answers. Anavabodha is of Atma. What is the nature of Atma? It is said Swatah Siddha. Atma is Swatah Siddha, means Swayam Prabha. And Advitiya means Dvitiya Shunya. Yoyam Atma, this Atma, Tasya Tasmin Yo Ayam Anavabodha. Tasya Tasmin Yo Ayam Anavabodha. By saying Tasya, Tasya Kasya?
Dvaita Prapanchasya.
Tasya Anavabodha. Tasya Kasya? Tasya Atmanaha. Atmanaha Anavabodha. Tasya Atmanaha Anavabodha. And Tasmin Anavabodha. Tasmin? Atmani. So Tasya is referring to Vishaya of Ajnanam. Tasmin is referring to ashraya of ajnanam. Ajnana ashraya is Brahma, Atma. Ajnana Vishaya is Brahma, Atma. Ashrayatva Vishayatva Bhagini Nirvibhagachitireva Kevala. Then what is the second line? Purva Siddhatamaso hi Paschimo Nashrayo Bhavati Napi Gocharaha. During Panchikaranam, we have seen this shloka. This shloka is from where?
Sankshepa Sharira.
Sankshepa Shariraka shloka. So, tasya tasmin yo ayam anavabodha. Swatah siddhataya satatam advaita rupena prakasha praptau. By itself, what is its nature? That is said, it is swata siddha, and therefore it should be always available. And it should be always available as advaita rupa. Satatam advaita rupena prakasha praptau. Prakasha praptau api, you should say there. Api. Even though this is its nature, tatha prakasha adarsanat, it is not seen in that way. Even though this is its nature, tatha prakasha adarsanat. How? Shuktika rajatadivat viparita rupa prakasha darsanacha. So in this example, Shuktika rajatadivat viparita rupa prakasha darshanam, that second aspect is shown. Before Shuktika Rajatadivat Viparita Rupa Prakasha Darshanam takes place, what is the previous thing prior to this?
Tika.
Yes, somebody said something.
Tika avabodha.
Shuktika Prakasha Adarshana. Tatha Prakasha Adarshana. So Shuktika Prakasha Adarshana. Then Shuktika Rajatadivat Viparita Rupa Prakasha Darshanacha. So first is Adarshanam, means Agrahanam. And second is Viparita Darshanam or Anyatha Grahanam. You note this point. You see in the previous line, Vishaya and Ashraya of Atma, of Ajnanam as Atma is indicated. Vishaya and Ashraya of Ajnanam is Atma. In this line, what is said? First, Agrahana is there. Then, Anyatha Grahana is there. Both of these are happening because of Ajnanam. Ajnanam has two aspects, Avarana, Vikshepa. Shuktika Adarshanam is Avarana. Shuktika Yaha Rajatadivat Avabhasanam. Shuktika appearing as Rajat is Anyatha Grahana, is called Vikshepa. Viparita Rupa Prakasha Darshanacha Tad Hetutaya Kalpitaha. Tad Hetutaya Kalpitaha Tanmatropadanatvat Tasmin Vidyamane Tasya na Nivritti Rityarthaha. Wherever this Sarvanama Shabda Tat has come, we have to use our बुद्धि, सूक्ष्म बुद्धि, तद हेतुतया कल्पित तन्मात्र उपादानत्वात् तस्मिन् विद्यमाने तस्य न निवृत्तिरित्यर्थः। तद हेतुतया कल्पितः। So now see मूलम. In मूलम शुक्तिका रजतादिवत सर्व शुक्तिका रजतादिवत up to that was given. द्वैतस्य च सर्वस्यापि स्वतः सिद्ध अद्वितीय आत्म अनवबोध मात्र उपादानत्वात्. So द्वैतस्य उपादानम is what?
स्वतः सिद्ध अद्वितीय आत्मा अनवबोध.
द्वैतस्य उपादानम is स्वतः सिद्ध अद्वितीय आत्मा अनवबोध, means atma jnanam, and that atma has these lakshanas, swatah siddhatvam, advitiyatvam, etc. So now we see in Tika this line that we were seeing. Tad hetutaya kalpitaha tanmatra upadanatvat. Tad hetu means the dvaita hetu, because the line says dvaitasya upadanam is atma anavabodha. That dvaitam is avicharita siddha dvaita. So द्वैतस्य द्वैत हेतुतया मीन्स द्वैतस्य हेतुतया कल्पितः दिस अज्ञानम तन्मात्र उपादानत्वात्. तन्मात्र उपादानम मीन्स अज्ञान मात्र is the upadanam of that dvaita. Dvaita which is kalpita. Or you say अज्ञान हेतुतया मीन्स अज्ञानम हेतु यस्य तया कल्पितः द्वैतम तद्वैतम तन्मात्र उपादानम means it has ajnanam as its only upadanam. तस्मिन् विद्यमाने अज्ञानस्य विद्यमाने तस्य न निवृत्तिः. तस्य कस्य न निवृत्तिः? दुःखस्य, you can say दुःखस्य न निवृत्तिः, or you can say द्वैतस्य न निवृत्तिः. Immediate कार्य of ajnanam is dvaitam. Ultimate karya is dukkham. As long as ajnanam is there, neither there is dvaita nivritti nor ultimate effect in the form of dukkha nivritti. So tasmin vidyamane ajnane vidyamane dukkhasya na nivrittihi or dvaitasya na nivrittihi. तद हेतुतया कल्पितः तन्मात्र उपादानत्वात्. तन्मात्र उपादान means अज्ञान मात्र उपादानम is of this द्वैत. तन्मात्र उपादानत्वात् is from the मूलम. So अज्ञानम is the upadanam of that द्वैतम. Now the entire series what we have seen is all explained in one line. See the next sentence. तदेवं अज्ञानस्य द्वैत प्रपंच अध्यास राग द्वेष प्रवृत्ति धर्माधर्म देहोपादानत्वात् परंपरया दुःख हेतुत्वात्. तस्मिन् सति दुःखस्य उपायांतरेण न निवृत्तिरिति उपसंहरति अतः इति. तत् एवं, so that being such, एवं अज्ञानस्य, अज्ञान then द्वैत प्रपंच. First is अज्ञानम, second is द्वैत प्रपंच. After द्वैत प्रपंच is अध्यास, शोभना शोभनाध्यास, अज्ञानस्य द्वैत प्रपंचस्य अध्यास, then from shobhana shobhanadhyasa raga dvesha pravritti or raga dvesha, ragatmaka pravritti dveshatmaka pravritti, you can mention that way. Then dharma dharma, pravritti will result in dharma dharma. Or you say this way, raga dvesha, then pravritti means vihita nishiddha pravritti. From that will arise dharma dharma, which is dehopadana. Dharma dharma dehopadanatvat paramparaya dukkha hetutvat. Paramparaya dukkha hetutvat. Kasya? Paramparaya dukkha hetutvat kasya?
अज्ञानस्य
Ajnanasya. तस्मिन् सति दुःखस्य उपायांतरेण न निवृत्तिः. Tasmin ajnane sati. As long as that ajnanam is there, you do different upayas. Dukkhasya upayantarena api. Even with any other means also, na dukkha nivritti. Dukkha nivritti will happen only when this ajnanam goes. Iti upasamharati ataha. So he concludes this chain of thought. Ataha in Mulam, सर्वानर्थ हेतु आत्मानवबोध एव. Therefore, सर्व अनर्थ हेतु, सर्वेषां अनर्थानां हेतुः, सर्वानर्थ हेतुः आत्मानवबोधः, आत्मनः अनवबोधः means आत्मा ज्ञानम, आत्मनः ज्ञानम एव. This is one part. So, dukkham is there because of ajnana. Atma ajnanam is the dukkha karanam. Dukkha expresses in the form of vikshepa. If you remember other prakarana granthas, preliminary prakarana granthas, the prayojanam of Vedanta is twofold. What is the prayojanam?
Atyantika dukkha nivritti and paramananda prapti.
Atyantika dukkha nivrittihi and paramananda prapti. This is the prayojanam. So here, dukkha nivritti analysis is done. What is this dukkham, where it is coming from, traced it all the way up to Atma Jnanam. So if I want Atyantika dukkha nivritti, I should remove Atma Jnanam. That portion is explained. Now there is another portion also in my prayojanam, Paramananda Prapti. How will I get Paramananda? That is second part of the prayojanam. So he explains. So first I'll just tell you, then we will see the lines. He says, Paramananda is the Swarupa of Atma. Atma itself is Ananda Swarupa. But this Ananda, I am Ananda Swarupa, is covered. Covered by what? Atma Jnanam. So Atma Jnanam does two things. Hides the fact that I am Sukha Swarupa. Ananda Swarupa, and creates dukkham also in my life. If it hides only Ananda Swarupa but doesn't create dukkham, at least I don't have sorrow. If my Ananda Swarupa is not covered, it is available all the time. Even if there is some dukkham, as long as I am aware, Ananda Swarupa I am, I will not suffer. But Ajnanam has done both. Sukha Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa is covered and dukkha is produced. Covering of Sukham is called Avarana. Projecting dukkham due to Dvaitam, this is Vikshepa. So both Shaktis are fully operational. So up to this, Ataha in Moolam, Ataha Sarvanartha Hetuhu Atmanavabodha Eva. Up to this, Vikshepa part was explained. Now, Avarana part he is going to explain. Tika. न केवलम असौ सर्वानर्थ हेतु आत्मस्वभावतया सततम अपरोक्ष अवभास योग्यतां प्राप्तस्य सुखस्यापि तिरोधायकः. न केवलम असौ सर्वानर्थ हेतु, not only that this is this asau ajnanam, this ajnanam is sarva anartha hetu. Asau you should take as atma anavabodha. Atma ajnanam is sarvanartha hetu. Not only that much, there is more. Atma swabhavataya satatam aparoksha avabhasa yogyatam praptasya sukhasya. Sukha, which is Atma Swabhava. Atma Swabhava means Atma itself is Sukham. Sukhasya Atma Swabhavataya Satatam Aparoksha Avabhasa Yogyatam Praptasya. If it is Swabhava of Atma, Atma is Aparoksha. When? All the time. Satatam Aparoksha. So, Sukha also should be Satatam Aparoksha. Satatam Aparoksha Avabhasa Yogyatam Praptasya Sukhasya Api Tirodhayakaha. This Atma Anavabodha is Tirodhayaka. It creates Tirodhanam, Avaranam. Tasmat Tannivruttau Niratishaya Sukha Avaptihi. Tannivruttau. Tannivruttau
Avarana nivrittau.
or Ajnana Nivruttau. Niratishaya Sukha Avaptihi. You will get Niratishaya Sukha Prapti. So, Dukkha Nivritti was one Prayojanam. Paramananda Prapti. Niratishaya means Sukham where there is no comparison, gradation. Niratishaya Sukha. Niratishaya Sukha Avaptihi. Asman Mate Samyak Jnanat Siddhyati iti Abhipretyaha. And according to our matam, means Vedanta matam, Samyak Jnanat Siddhyati. Ajnana Nivritti will happen through Samyak Jnana. Samyak Jnanat Ajnana Nivritti, Ajnana Nivrittau Niratishaya Sukha Avaptihi and Dukkhasya Nivrittihi. So all this can be accomplished by Samyak Jnanam. This part now he's going to explain. So he's going to explain the second part mainly, and then he will connect. Ajnana nivritti will happen through jnana. Sukhasya cha iti in Moolam. Sukhasya cha anagama paino aparatantratsya atmasvabhavatvat tasyanavabodha pidhanam. What is sukham? Sukhasya cha anagama paino aparatantratsya. Sukham, which is not agama pai, it is anagama pai. 1 point. Second, it is aparatantra. Third, atma swabhava. Now, what is sukham, you know? I had asked, this is given in Tarka Sangra or not? Means we have covered this topic. Those who have studied Tarka Sangraha, they will know. But somebody said, no, it is not there. Somebody gave some different. In Moolam, the definition is different. Sukham in Nyaya Bodhini. Itara ichha anadhina ichha vishayatvam sukham. Itara ichha anadhina ichha vishayatvam. There is something called sukham, and there is something called sukha sadhanam. Sukham is attained through some means, so those means will become sukha sadhana. Sukha sadhana is for itself or something else.
Something else.
So sukha sadhana will be like car, let us say, or house, or kutia, ashram, fan, light. They are not for themselves. They are for somebody else, something else. They give sukham, therefore they are there. So they are sukha sadhanam. So through that, I want to fulfill some other ichha. So in sukha sadhanam, itara ichha adhina ichha vishayatvam is there. They fulfill desire which I have for something else. But sukhasya ichha is not itara ichha adhina ichha vishayat. Sukham is for itself. Sukham and sukha sadhanam. This is the bheda. If I have sukha sadhanam means of sukham. If I have two sukha sadhanam or three, A, B, C, all of them can give sukham. And I am told I have to choose only one out of these three. Then which one will I choose? Of the three, which one will I choose? If I have to choose only one. Somebody gave the answer, one which gives most sukham. The answer is the one which gives sukham without dukkham. Because if it gives sukham, along with that, if there is dukkham also, then you have to see how big is that dukkham. Balavat dukkha ananubandhi sukham it should have. Balavat dukkha ananubandhi sukham. Not such sukham which is association with very powerful dukkham. That sukham is of no use. Like, I have lot of dukkham. Let us say I am very hungry. And somebody gives a big katora of nice milk with some nuts and etc. And so you can drink this. This will remove my hunger. So it will do dukkha nivritti. It has sukham. But if somebody says in this there is poison also, that is balavat dukkha anubandhi. That sukham comes with a big price. That sukham you cannot. Even if sukham is there, that dukkham is so big, I will let go of that sukham. So sukham should be balavat dukkha ananubandhi, not associated with another powerful dukkham. Such sukham is good. In that sukham, if there is ayasa, continuous effort I have to go on putting, it is not worth. So these are sukha sadhanam. In them, there could be comparison. So there could be many sukha sadhanam, but sukham is only one. In that, there is no other ichha. Sukha sadhanam has ichha for sukham. Sukham doesn't have ichha for something else. That's why sukham is that vishaya for which other ichha adhinatvam is not there. So itar ichha anadhina ichha vishayatvam is sukham. This is how it is defined. In Nyaya Bodhini, I think it is there. And earlier I had explained what is Atyantikatvam. Atyantikatvam came earlier.
स्वसमान अधिकरण दुःख प्रागभाव समान कालित्वम.
Asamana kali. Swasamanadhikarana dukkhantar pragabhava asamana kalina.
Yes,
Dukkha. This is Atyantika. This also is given in Tarka Sangra in Padakritya Tika itself. So both are there in Tarka Sangra. Okay, see further now. So Sukham is that for which another Sukham is not for any other sake. Sukham is for its own sake. That Sukham is Atma. So Atma is for its own sake. Anatma, Atma. So Atma is Parapremaspada. In Panchadashi, in the beginning, Mana bhuvam hi bhuyasam iti prematma nikshate. Tat prematmartham anyatra. Naiva manyartham atmani. Atastat paramam tena paramananda tatmana. Paramananda tatmanaha, I think. Paramanandata atmanaha. This is said in Panchadashi in the beginning itself. See here now. Agama So in Moolam, let me just explain Moolam. Sukha word we have seen. What is Sukha? Anagama Payinaha. Sukha is, this Atma Sukha is not Agama and Apaya Dharmavan. It does not have the arrival departure dharma. Samasa Vigraha we'll see in Tika. So it is Anagama Pai. Na Agama Pai iti Anagama Pai. Aparatantra. Paratantra means
Dependent on something else.
dependent. Aparatantra means not dependent, means Swatantra. Swatantrasya. Aparatantrasya means Swatantrasya. Atma Swabhava. Sukha is Atma Swabhava. That's not look at our condition. I am Sukha Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, but I suffer so much that with a bowl of begging bowl, I go asking for Sukham everywhere from Vishaya. You can give me some Sukham, you can give me some Sukham, like that. Atma Swabhavatvat tasya anavabodha pidhanam. Tasya anavabodha. Tasya means you can say here because Sukham is the topic. For Atma, Atmanaha anavabodha pidhanam. Pidhanam Shabda, actually it is apidhanam. Actual Shabda is apidhanam. But that akara lopa takes place. How? It is given Avyaya Prakarana in Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi book. At the end, you can find Avyayad Apsupaha. This is the sutra. Avyayad Vihitasya Apaha Supasya look. Up and Sup. Both of them, their lopa will take place. So here, Apidhanam will become Pidhanam. Actually, it is Api Upasarga Purvak Dha and Lut Pratyay there, but Akara Lopa takes place. So it becomes Pidhanam. Pidhanam means covering. Similar, another word is also there. Gahanam. Gahanam Shabda is there. There also Agahanam, I think that is the Mula Shabda. Avagaha. Avagaha appears Vagaha. Vagaha, Avagaha, Pidhanam, Apidhanam. This is how they are given in the shloka. In Laghu, you can see. So, Mula Vakya is complete. See in Tika now. Agamascha apayascha. Agama payau. Udayastamayau. Agamascha apayascha iti agama payau. What's
कर्मधारय
द्वन्द्व
द्वंद्व समास. आगमश्च अपायश्च इति आगमापायौ द्वंद्व समास. अपाय शब्द अप उपसर्ग पूर्वक इणगतौ धातु अच प्रत्यय अपाय. अपाय अप then इणगतौ with ach pratyay will become aya. So up aya apaya. Agama means coming. Apaya means going. Agamapayau meaning is given udayastamayau. Udaya and asta, rise and set. Udayastamayau tau vidyete yasya. Yasya tau vidyete. There where these are available. Udaya and asta. Yasya tad agamapayi. That is called agamapayi. Agamapayi. Earlier it was given agamapayau. Tau vidyete yasya tad ata inithanau. Agamapayin pratipadika. From that agamapayi shabda is created. So you see, agamapaya is dvandva samasa. Then agamapayau vidyete yasya tat agamapayi. This is bahurihi samasa. Now na agamapayi iti anagamapayi. This is na tatpurusha samasa. Dvandva samasa, bahurihi samasa, tatpurusha samasa for one shabda. So if you know these samasas, then you will be able to decipher this kind of meaning. And studying with Tika and knowing little bit of Vyakarana will help in this. Na agamapai means anagamapai. So that which doesn't have this arrival departure is always there. That is Sukha. Atma Sukha is this. Atmananda. Anagamapai tasya ityartha. Anagamapai tasya ityartha. What is anagamapai?
Atma Sukham.
Sukham. And tasya means sukhasya. Because he is explaining in Moolam, you should see. Moolam, first word he took. Sukhasya cha. Anagama payinaha. So sukhasya. So this anagama payinaha is also shashti vibhakti. So anagama payi. Tasya anagama payinaha. So tasya sukhasya tasya anagama payinaha. In this way you have to understand. Ityartha. Somebody is asking a question. Anagama payitvam kutaha? Ityartha. Somebody says, where this sukham is anagama payi? In my case, it is always going only, rarely coming. Anagama payitvam, you are saying it never goes and never comes, it is always there. Kutaha? Ityartha. Aparatantrasya iti. It is aparatantra. That which is paratantra means dependent. Something happens, either it will go or it will come. That thing happens other way, again things will change. It is like if there is a toy and you press somewhere and that toy starts laughing. You press somewhere else, it will start crying. Press somewhere else, it will become shanta. This is paratantra vishaya. It is dependent on something. It has so like a remote control. You press this button, something happens. You press something else happens. That is aparatantra. That is paratantra. That is dependent. Atma or Atma Sukha is aparatantra. It doesn't depend on things like this. So for aparatantra, Acharya gives, Tikakar gives another shabda, Karana Anadhinasya. It does not have a cause. Any sukham which has a cause, it is caused happiness. If it is caused, it will be dependent on the cause. Like sukham, which comes because of name, fame. That name and fame is the karanam for sukham. Name, fame goes, sukham will go. That is anatma sukham. Dhanam, somebody is so happy because there is wealth. Wealth goes, happiness goes. This is karana adhina. Or some other near and dear one is there. Because of them, oh, I am so happy. They are not there, I am unhappy. This is karana adhina. Atma sukham, karana anadhina. Actually, these things, if we thoroughly analyze, half of the problems will go away just like that. If we think. That's why in the earlier times, Mahatmas, they had understood how to avoid sorrow first, not to be dependent on anything for sukham. The moment you start becoming dependent, you have already created a limitation to yourself that I will be happy only with certain situations, certain conditions, not otherwise. So you have created problem for yourself. It is like, in the childhood, there was a story that they used to say, this tiger was there inside the cage. There was just a latch, and the tiger told somebody, story is there, tiger told another animal, some goat or somebody, please open, I am stuck here, I am suffering. I say, if you come out, you will eat me. They say, no, I will not eat you, I will promise, I am very nice. He opened, tiger came out. Then after 1 minute, he said, I am very hungry now and I don't see any food here. You are the only one. He said, but you said you will not. Yes, I said, but now what to do? Hunger is also there. So then some wise monkey or somebody comes. He hears both problems, both sides. Then he said, okay, but first let me understand the situation. How are you inside the cage? So I was like this. No, you actually go inside. And then we have to put the latch to know how the condition was before. So he goes inside, then they put the latch. Then that monkey tells the goat, run away now. We are not going to open this latch again. That tiger says, now you release me. I showed you how I was inside. He says, you remain inside. This is how we have bound ourselves. We create bondage for ourselves. And then we say, when this happens, then I'll be happy. When that happens, I'll be happy. If this happens, I'll not be happy. Like that. We have caged ourselves. And then situations will keep coming. I have to understand, I am not conditioned by any of this. And we have to strive in our life to make sure we don't become dependent on any condition for sukha. Itascha अनागमापायित्वम् अपरतन्त्रत्वं च उचितम् इत्याह आत्मस्वभावत्वादिति. इतश्च अनागमापायित्वम् अपरतन्त्रत्वं च. So these two, anagamapaitvam and aparatantratvam cha uchitam. Itaha means for this reason, they both are uchitam ityataha atmasvabhavatvat. Means they are appropriate to be atmasvabhava. Because whatever is atmasvabhava is anagamapai. Like satyam, jnanam, etc. So is anantam. There is no arrival departure. And it is aparatantra. It is not dependent on anything. Actually, it is true for nature of anything. You take fire. Nature of fire will be anagamapai aparatantra. That heat and light will not be dependent. If you put more fuel, lot of glow will be there. That is different. But fire by its nature is hot and it has prakasha. Both of them are there. So it is a swabhava. Sukham anagamapai aparatantrancha atmasvabhavatvat atmavat ityartha. What is the sadhya in this?
Anagamapayi aparatantra.
Somebody else?
Aparatantram.
Somebody else? Anagamapaitvam aparatantratvam. This is the sadhya. What is paksha?
Sukham.
Sukha.
Sukha.
Sukham.
Hetu is atmasvabhavatvam. Vyapti, if you take one sadhya, yatra yatra atmasvabhavatvam tatra tatra anagamapaitvam aparatantratvam cha. So the nature of Atma will have anagamapaitvam aparatantratvam. Drishtanta is Atma. Atmavat means Drishtanta is Atma. Atma is also anagamapai. Atma doesn't have arrival departure. Atma is not dependent on something else. Like that, Atma Sukham also is not having arrival departure. Atma Sukham is also not dependent. In this way, Anumanam is also done. Yukti is given. Now, Shruti quotation. Eshosya Paramananda Atmaiva Ananda Ityadya Agamat Nirupadhika Ityadi Agaman Nirupadhika Premaspadatva Lingacha Sukhasya Atma Swabhavatvam Avagantavyam. Eshosya Paramananda is Brahadaranyaka Shruti. This Eshaha Paramananda. Sukham is Ananda. They are not different. Don't think Vishaya, what comes from Vishaya is Sukham and what comes from Atma is Ananda. Up till now we were analyzing Sukham. Now quotation is given of Ananda. How are they one? They are one. Esho asya Paramananda. Atma iva Ananda. Atma iva Ananda, this quotation, Ananda Atma, this quotation we have from Taittiriya Brahmananda Valli. Atma itself is Ananda Swarup. Ananda Atma that one. Ityadi agama agamat, from agama shruti uddharana, nirupadhika premaspadatva lingacha, and Atma is unconditioned premaspada. I already quoted the Panchadashi shlokas. So Atma Ananda Swarupaha. What is the hetu?
परप्रेमास्पदत्वात्
Parapremaspadatvat or Nirupadhika Premaspadatvat. Here it is given. Nirupadhika Premaspadatva Lingat. Nirupadhika means unconditioned. Premaspadatva is the linga. It means hetu. And through this Shruti Yukti Sukhasya Atma Swabhavatvam Avagantavyam. One should understand Sukha is Swabhava of Atma. Atma means Sukham in this way. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakrutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.